Hello and welcome back. I'm Joe, and this is Transport Fever 2 Rail to 1 Billion Challenge. I think the network is pretty much done. There are two towns that we don't have to worry about right now because they're not that important, and if we want to, we can get there. But today, we're going to do something very different. Only build so far. I've redesigned a couple things here and there, but I've only built. Today, I would like to concentrate on making things better. So a little bit of math, a little bit of knowledge, and a little bit of doing. So in case it's not obvious, we are running the time forward. I definitely want to play until we hit the big boy. At least the big boy, just for fun, because we have a perfect route there. They're on cue. We got these old rusty buckets with a long tail train of hopper cars. And what's better than a big boy for that? So I would love it if we can get to that one pretty soon. Our electric ones are cute. I would like to get some more modern ones. I don't like those electric ones as much, but it's fine. And yeah, so on. This guy, not a big fan. I don't think Steam logos will be used for a trip like this, so that's the first one I want to upgrade. It's only one train, but it just feels like it needs to happen. You are... Ooh, problem. What's your problem? Where are you? What is... How are... Why are... What is... You shouldn't... Why are you... And so on. All those questions and more we will get answered now. Oh, I see what your problem is, I think. You are not in the correct place. Is this one? This is a double slope switch. Yes. You should... Why... Are these signals not one way? No, they're not one way. Well, that's a problem then. That explains all of this stuff. Yeah, give me the line. Manage line. You can no longer get to this location. That makes perfect sense now. Let's see how this looks. You are on that side, you're on that side, you're on that side, you're on that side. I just placed the signals wrong. That makes perfect sense in this case. And there you go. Now you should be happy, but the first train is currently in the wrong location. So we got to fix that one. Wow, it took this long to actually get that problem to show up. Isn't that cute? Why would you try to go out to that? No, go to this one. Go to the other one. So this is Rowley, yes, go to 2. Thank you. It's not this complicated. So you should be okay with going right there. The other guy, however, will have a problem with something, rather. Really? You're not going to let me build a thing here? Just... Alright, there you go. Don't care. Does the trick. A little tighter than I want it to be, but that's fine. Let's get back to our upgrade, our first upgrade, because that's necessary. And this upgrade is more... I just need different trains, and I have a train that's perfect for this one. That's why I'm really just want to get this one done right. Could probably just replace the loco and not even the rest of the wagons, even though the rest of the wagons are what? Are these the small ones? They feel like the small ones. Yeah, it's that one. It's that tiny boxcar. I want the bigger boxcar. Where are you? 50? No, definitely not that one. Where is... I want these. Yes. No, let's replace the whole thing. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe. And then diesel loco, we got the alco. And if we need, I will put 2 alcos on here. That's not a problem at all. Before it was about a 280 and now it's a 270. I think that's great. Show me the alco in action. Thank you. That's a train right there. Beautiful. Now on these shunter routes, like this one, I would love it if I would have a mod installed that's called no reverse or force reverse or something like that where they don't flip around like this, but it's fine. It does what it needs to do. Okay, let's get to some logistics here, because where do we start? The first thing I would look at is your, well, lines. Lines can help, but overall I think our lines are fine. They are very volatile. Like this one, the inner city, it's full right now. It will make money in the end. It could be a little better, but it will make money in the end, and I think right now it's actually blocked by a couple trains. The stone transfer also makes money in the end, so it's not the end of the world. How are we doing on the other side? Well, not great, actually. I thought we were doing a lot better, but again, a lot of the millions that we have jump up and down. That's why we're making 400 million right now, and I can still buy trains, and we are fine. So overall, we're doing just fine. Yeah, no. So this one's good enough. It's not perfect, but it's good enough, and that is fine. Let's look at the actual problems. Problems could be, well, vehicle statistics. You could look at your conditions. if that's something you care about, but we don't need that. Did you just build? You kind of built on the track, but not really. Oh, yeah, there's our headquarter. I forgot about that. 790, yeah, we're getting close. But stations, this is what I actually wanted to look at. Make this one bigger, first off. Then look at the overloaded, very poor. What is the problem here? Let's go look. Check it out. Can we fix you? I'll just put you off to the side. So you're overloaded, which means stuff is falling off the tracks. Interesting. What's the problem here? We have the Canuck oil coal mine that ships 400, and then we have this guy that also tries to ship 400, more com, that also ship 400. So we actually need this line to ship 800. How much are we shipping? Only 648. So that is not quite there yet, but I think in this case we can simply add a couple wagons and could be okay down the road. So 1, 2 there, 1, 2 here. I do know that may run over the length of the platform a little bit, but that's okay. I guess the other thing we can do is now we're at 700. I need 800. So if I take away some of the wagons, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make it 300 meters long. It's easier to remember. Put you right there. And then duplicate you. Nope. Duplicate you. Thank you. How are we doing now? 828. We are really close. I think if I now remove any of the wagons, maybe good or bad, I don't know. Let's remove one on each. Just have 3 trains running here. Things autosave. Probably need you. Set that up. Let it recalculate. 792. That's as close as I need to get. I think that's fine. So, first one fixed. This line should be happy now. We shouldn't overload this guy anymore. Awesome. Next one. Canuck South. Where are you? You are right here. You are clearly way overloaded. This is one of the new additions that we had that I just set up last time, so I'm not surprised that we're way full here. Oil plastic line. I would say you are not moving enough material. You're currently moving 241, so each one of these moves 120. You are trying to move 400 oil barrels, so that's a pretty easy fix that we don't even have to do too much. These are doing 120 right now. If I manage the vehicles, if I edit the vehicles, add one of these on each, that should get us close to, I don't know what, I don't need the extra number. Come on, upgrade this number, update it. Update it, faster, faster. I know I just added one, it should change it. Okay, try another one. Maybe it doesn't make a big enough impact yet. So now you have 240 each. 254. Okay, so now they're doing 125 each, which means one more addition like that should get me close to a number that times 3 is close to 400. 267, so now it's 130, and if I add another train now, it will be exactly 400, and that is all I want from this line. 400! Couldn't have done that better, could I? So, that's awesome. Happy about that. Next one, goods plastic delivery. This one is full, and it will get even fuller because we're starting to move stuff now. Your rate is only 65, that's horrible. Your production level is only 90, I suppose, but that should go up pretty soon. And I also have to start thinking about more distribution of this plastic. So first, let's make this train move at least 100, and then we can just use this train as a sample to upgrade to more trains once we have more demand. So same button. Let's find the correct wagon. It's this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe that's right. 283. I think we have 360 meter space here, so we got some room. Just want to check that this one can actually fit into the station. It can. Wonderful. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe 30 of those turns into 88 only. Really? So if I do another 4, we're full. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're at 100 now. But now I'm worried that this guy does not fit into whatever stations you're going to, because look how long this train is. That is a bomber. That's just a hefty train. I mean, I like it, but that's cool. What is your attractive effort right now? That's probably something that's important. Manage vehicle. Click on you, edit you, look at this mediocre. You don't have a lot of mountains to deal with, and what is your train? You have one of these guys, one of these Russian numbers. I think it's this one. 1150, 2280. I feel like this is a case for the FD, so let's just throw that one on there. We have the money right now. Yep, we upgraded to good. That is perfect. Let's see how you actually look. Don't want to lose you, so I want to click on you, look at the train. Oh yeah, that's a solid train right there. And that one's gonna go, 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 go. And the wagons may still be appropriate. Love it. Cool. Another one fixed. We're not gonna fix the plastic production right now because I forgot that I'm currently not doing anything with the plastic besides bring it out here and create goods. I'm not actually producing the steel yet even. So we're gonna worry about that later. But that one is taken care of. Wonderful. Now Dunstable. Dunstable has a cargo problem with stone. Now this problem has more to do with I wasn't planning on moving everything, but now that we are moving all the materials, we can just upgrade these wagons that currently have 5. You have 5 on board. Could someone please come in here? There we go. Because again, I don't... Ooh, the Zephyr. The Zephyr is a great little train for... I know exactly where I want to use you, so that will be good. But yeah, we can upgrade this. I need you to move 400. Wow, you're already 276. That is more than I expected. I don't want to add another train here, and this is a alco job. So let's upgrade you. We currently have 5 small wagons on there. That's just not cutting it. Give me the alco. This may be a double alco or double header job. Then give me the cargo wagon that we desire. Sure, this one, gondola. It doesn't matter. Currently we have 5 on there. Give me 120. I think that's the length that we can fit on here. See what that does. 331. Still need a little more. I'm waiting. This is the length that we have available. So I can't just add another wagon to this. I will try to remove one of these. You're still mediocre. But you're going to pull up only an empty train. So I think this will be fine. Add a gondola there. Gondola here, we're at 113, 123. That's as long as I want to go because it will hang over just a little bit. And we're at 405. Perfect. That worked out as pretty nicely too. Stop it. I want to get to this one. Thank you. So yeah, these alcos, they will go down full and they come up empty, and that should be fine. Can you reach close to max speed? You don't have to, but it will actually impact the rate because the max speed both ways is taken into account. But it looks like you'll be okay. I think you'll be okay. I hope you'll be okay. Let's go with that. So that one taken care of. This guy, fording bridge. Too much cargo sitting, waiting at this platform. Okay, we can fix that. That's not a problem at all because the horseshoe needs to get moved. And 231, but I think this one is a line where I have 2 combined, so I have to account for that. But this one wants to move 400. This one wants to move 400. I think the whole line needs to at least be at a 400 level. I'm not 100% sure how that meshes together, but I'm sure we can do this. And I think we can do this with 2 trains because I have a train in mind for this as well that we haven't used at this point. The class 9000 is probably too big. Let's not kid ourselves. The 9000 is too big for this job. I do have some electrics. There's the AE, there's the crocodile. The crocodile may actually be perfect for this. To do that, I have to upgrade this to electrified rails. So let's hope that I can make this work relatively easy. Give me the tool, give me electrification, no parameters. You too. And it's really just this this mountain line that goes out and well, does all the wood stuff. So it shouldn't be that hard to find. I think everything else is still appropriate besides upgrading this to electric. So now we have electrification everywhere. That should take care of that. And now I want the crocodile running on here. Manage vehicles, update, crocodile, and then how much do we have? 12 right now. Your cargo capacity is 88. That is pretty cute, but we can probably do better than that. Crocodile is definitely American, so let's do this one. 88 at least. Give you 108, see how that does. Just to get started here, 360. If I add 2 more wagons each, I think I'm pretty close to the level that I want to be at. and that should be fine. I should have more than enough space. 400, perfect, awesome. That worked pretty well. Let's give me one of these, just to see it, because we haven't seen a crocodile in action yet. That is a really short train for here. I sort of like it, and I sort of question if that's the right thing, but for now, this is fine. We got a crocodile rolling. Yoo-hoo! Awesome. So, next one on the list. There is still, I guess Fording Bridge still has a lot of lumber sitting there, but that's what we just fixed. There's a lot of stuff happening. The Hiawatha came up now, and that is a really hard one to make money with, from what I've heard, or at least what Colonel Failure said. And sometimes I'll just believe what he says, sometimes I don't check it, and this is one of those cases. We'll see if we're going to use any of that. Also over here, I guess the lumber supply is not bad, but technically we are moving 400 now. This rate is only 166, so this, yeah, this screams for a new train setup too. I kind of like the one that we have, so I actually will leave that one alone. We have this. Can I even see this? Oh, no, this is a class like AA or AAA or something. I want to see if I can find you. It's not the Mikado, is it? Oh, it is the Mikado. If it is the Mikado, then yeah, no, we're good. We're good. That one is strong enough for what I want to do here, because this one doesn't have to run up and down any mountains. It just goes a couple stations over. So that should be good. We are at 166, 172, approximately. They change depending on what the current speed is, so don't get fooled by that too quickly. But if we add 2 more wagons on here, you go to 200, beautiful, and then I can just update you. Thanks, autosave, probably need you. Get another train on here, and that should be the 400 that I want to move, which I think is what we can move with two lumber mills. Let's see. Are you trying to move 400? You will try to move 400 once I deliver everything that I can to you. That's good. Forest Horseshoe. It will take a little while until this one can actually catch up with everything, but I'm hoping over time that this number shrinks. And if it doesn't, I just have to come back later. I just want this transport to be 100%. Maybe... See, these are so short. I'm just gonna try to set it to 600 and make that work, because it's really hard when you have multiple setups. If you have a very efficient route, it's really hard to know what the number needs to be. Also, this went down to 330. That tells me this is not really quite working it, and also that makes me think I'm just gonna add a third train. No, I'm not gonna add a third train because there's not that much room here. Go away. Yes, thank you. I will make these longer. So what do we do here? Give me 5 more on each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool, 200 meters. Awesome, and that does to the rate, we had 500. That makes me feel a lot better. I don't know if that's the right rate, but it is a rate that I'm happy with. So, cool. Looks like I lost my stations over here. So let's get back to that overload. Very poor, move over a little bit, and then find the next one. Ooh, passenger station. This is what I like to see. Handling on Thames is completely overloaded right now. What can we do? They want to go to Winslow. Winslow, ooh, this one is a great one. I may update the inner city with that one, because that is the speed that I'm looking for. So I have a lot that want to go to Winslow. Yes, no, this is the upgrade that I want. I made these all electric, and I'm using these electric ones that can only go 120 pretty much everywhere. But it is time for something better. Electric, yes, this GG1. I think that's a pretty fitting name. 150, 120, 100, 100, 180. It's the heavyweight, but that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Replace for barely 100 million. I like that. And because, no, I can't actually add another wagon on here because we are already at the full length of most stations that these guys run into. But this makes me happy. This should help the inner city profitability a lot. Sorry, there's the train. You see the train? It goes nice and fast. Whoop, whoop. And yes, moving on. Actually looking pretty good already, because the all the stations seem to be moving around a lot, and this guy, well, you're still overloaded because I haven't really fixed yet. Handling on Thames, there's another station, and this is the, well, this is the unsurprising Hopper line. The Hopper line is, wow, it's actually pretty full going both ways. I'm pretty happy with that, but It is slow. I think these guys require an overhaul. Do they though? Or are you? So besides them being no, I don't want to replace these until I see the big boy. Big boy should be pretty close. It may be in the 40s. It may be just before the 40s. So I'm going to leave that one alone and we'll be fine. Morecambe Exchange. This was... Oh, it's this guy. This is actually a great one because I haven't really paid enough attention to this side. And as you can see, they're overflowing. Only moving 50% because our train line is only moving about 50%. All these trains are relatively short, so I think what we can do is max out our length. Each of these segments on a train is always 40 meters long, so 40, 80, 120, 160 is the max length that we can get. This train is nowhere near that. It's also using the smaller containers, so we can fix this one up for sure. Replace it all, just give me something new. Electric may actually be a really good option here, but I don't have all the track electrified, so we're not going to do that right now. This one is a little beefy. 2200 is more than we need. I'm actually tempted to use a Scotsman, but this is a pure locomotive for passenger transport, so I don't want to do that. The Class 9000 is too big for this. It's close, but it's too big. That Russian and the Mikado. I think the Mikado is appropriate for this one. Great. My current rate is what? 108. So just a lot bigger than 108 is what I'm aiming for here, which will be fine. American, let's get to capacity 108, 120. What we say, 160 is our length that we can get to, which is this. Only 50 million, that's pretty cheap. Our rate went up to 337. I'm actually surprised to see that, because I was expecting this to be closer to 400. So this is a really long route. That's what that means. Get me another one, 400. I will count that as a winner. Now, I've been doing this a lot now, and obviously these are all pretty repetitive because you just look at it, you make sure that you can make it right, and then you fix it, and then you're good. We also spent over 200 million already, but that was because we replaced the fastest trains with faster trains, and also a train line that had most trains on already. So we have to watch out a little bit for that. But if you let this run now for, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, all of these will bed in and actually figure out what they need to do, and eventually they will completely evaporate everything you paid for it, and you will make a ton of money. Because on most of these, what I'm really doing is increase the frequency, the capacity, and the cargo load that they can move at a time, and that makes you money. That's awesome. So, okay, handling on Thames, you really bother me. I feel like I have to add just one extra car. We are moving 560. We need to move 800. So, all right, this is what we're going to do. Just for right now, until 645. It's going to cost me so much money. 725, 800. That's the rate that I want to move here because of these two copper ore? No, what is it? Iron ore mines are trying to get rid of that much. And that is the right number. However, these are really long trains, and there are a lot of trains, and they will take a lot. They will produce a lot of traffic, essentially, on the network. But that's fine, as long as I can get everything else fixed. Something I'm going to do here pretty soon, once this is all set up well. Oh, yeah, this one is now taking in more. We fit? We barely fit. This one's taken in more of the stone at this point because we increased the throughput from the stone machinery over there, which will also in turn produce more stone in Henley-on-Thames that has to be transported to the next station in Winslow. So this will all have a domino effect, if you will. But it's a good one because all of that means more product is being moved, and more product means more money, period. I am tempted. What am I running on here? It's the really old double ace. I am very tempted to put the Class 9000 on here instead of the big boy, because the big boy is generally too big anyways. I was really hoping to see the big boy on here. The BRE94, this is an awesome machinery. Also want to move that. So many trains, and that one is just following me. Oh, this is great. This is just awesome footage. I love it. taking a screenshot of that, even though these guys look really old. But it looks like the Mikado is about to pass us, so until I had to slow down a little bit. This is great. I love it. This is what it came to see here. Just beautiful, beautiful action on the quad track. Yeah, the Mikado is still coming. We may still lose to me. Actually, I think we will join onto the main line here pretty soon with this guy, and then the Mikado has no choice but to wait for us. But nope, Mikado's turning off here because this is the last station for it. Should come out the tunnel, this tunnel, pretty soon. There it is. Yeah, it would have totally caught us. No problem. No problems to ask. Anyways, that was that race, which was pretty awesome. I liked it. What are we doing over here? This little one. There's no way you are you're moving enough material, but it looks like our cargo demand and done stable is just not as high as we want it to be. So we could address that by adding buses and trucks to deliver to the outstanding industrial areas that we're currently not delivering to, but nah, it's fine. We are delivering most of what we can. I'm sure there's some out of range, and I don't have to worry about that one too much. Raven Arms, very similar. Most of the cargo is concentrated up here, and most of the residential is concentrated up here, and we do have a tram line set up in here that is picking up people left and right, so this should be pretty okay. Let's see if we find any other ones that we haven't already tackled. This South Elmsall. That one is interesting because this is on top of the mountain. We are not actually set up for this one. And, interesting. 148. Now for this one, if you really want to get mathematic, you don't look at the rate, you look at the overlay for traffic. And I think, not the street layer, destination layer. Yes. As you can see, there looks like there's 522 trying to move on the green line, 72 on this line, and our passenger line is set up to move 148. So either I add more trains or I add faster trains, and I have a better idea because these only go 122. This is electric track, and I kind of liked it, but I have a better train for this setup also. What's our capacity of 57? I think I could just make them bigger, or I do the Sapphire. Now I have to figure out what I want. It is the multiple units. This one, Sapphire. Sapphire can only move 52. Yeah, it's not going to be worth it. We could also move the M300, put a bunch of them together and make them count for that. They're more efficient. What do I want to do here? 177. I feel like the Sapphire is a better option, and I just need let's see what the rate is. 135, so it went down a little bit. Now we are at 200. Yeah, let's just run 4 in here. It's a ridiculous amount for this range, but if that many people want to leave from South Elmsall, we just have to support them. It looks like Rowley Regis is also, this one is filling up the trains actually. Kirby Stevens probably brings a couple people in, but yeah, this one is filling up the train, and then nobody can go into South Elmsall to pick up the leftover people to take them anywhere. So that's the problem. Wonderful. So that one is fixed. Now, what else do we have? I would like to see a couple more mixes between passengers and non-passengers. Newton de Willows, I think I just saw that one. Yes. And you picked up some, 95 on there, that looks fine. But it feels like this inner city, even though it is losing money right now, the faster I can make this go, the better, but you're still losing money. So I need bigger trains and I need faster trains. So this one is a really good option for the double-deckers that we can get later on. I just don't have them yet. So for right now, I just have to increase the load on the network, not to increase the load on the train, because I don't want to make the trains longer than any station that they park in. Not yet. We'll get there eventually. I probably will do it, but for right now, no. So I hope this will help this guy. More very, very poor. So Vilcombe Annex. Oh, good. I wanted to replace this one, and we just received the perfect train for this. So our current log supply line can only move 361 because there is this long, very, very long helix. That's what it's called. We only have a steam train that can currently pull anything up there, and it's It's just too slow. This is more like Switzerland, and Switzerland does not run steam trains like this anymore, ever. I honestly don't know. But I have a candidate that can make this work, no problems asked, and I will show you which one I mean, and I think it's actually a Swiss train. And please, someone in the comments correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is a Swiss train, and I will show you exactly which train I'm talking about in just a sec. We do need this electrified. What is the problem here? Interesting. Interesting location for some nonsense that was sitting there. But that's fine. Yeah, we're even going to leave the old signals in here because they are nostalgic and stuff. Okay, so that one can come in there. Now the mountain supply, I need you to go up to 400 when you move stuff, and that's what we're going to do. So I always like to keep this one up, and when you move it, it pins itself to the screen. But big boy, it's not the big boy, don't care. Electric, yes. This one. This is one of my favorite cargo trains mixed with the BRE94. The BRE94 is a little more powerful, but a little slower, but it's more cargo train because all of our cargo wagons can only go 80 at this point. It takes until 2000, I think, or 1980, until you get the wagons that can go 120. So here we are. I really like the flat car, the American one, so we're just going to go with this. What is your current? 132. We should stay close to that, I think. Yeah, just add one extra wagon and see what that does to the rate. 392. 417. Yeah, I thought so. It felt like it will be just fine, and I rather have it be a little more. Turn this one off so we can actually see it. I'd rather have you be a little more efficient than a little under efficient, because if you just have to wait for a second at the production line, we are good. It will be better if you exactly 400, but this will also adjust itself. Actually, this line is pretty self-contained, so I think, yeah, it will stay around 400, and that's fine. I think that's good for now. Cool, so that's good. The next level of discovery you can do is check out the transport and shipment. Everything that is not transporting 100% of what they ship needs to be fixed. This one is pretty close. I don't know where we're actually losing them. We're not losing them here in Craven Tools. I think we're losing them on this platform, yes. The boxcar here is already the full length that we can handle, and it's still unable to accommodate everything. Now this is a problem with having and I was just going to add one of these guys. This is a problem of having multiple cargo types being picked up at the same platform, because they just don't stack together very well, and they will always, well, generally, they don't always, but generally overflow a little bit, and that's what you see here. So, well, we just have to move this faster, and the easiest way to do that is by increasing the frequency, which we just did by adding another train. So that looks good to me. Okay, at this point, what's handling on Thames? You still have a lot of iron ore, but I think this number went down at this point. That's nice. Everything else looks semi-okay, I would say. Like, we're going to very good very soon in our network. Winslow has 700 people, and you don't say that you have a problem. So I don't believe that. But Inner City Express, we just can't add any other trains here. I think what I do have to do is just add one more wagon to all of these. I don't like it because they will have their butts hang over the end of the station, but needs must. One there. We could do this every other one, but honestly, like, I see that in real life a lot, especially when I lived in Germany, that every other train was a little longer because of reasons, and then the 5 o'clock and the 8 o'clock trains were even longer than that, just because they knew it was beginning of work and end of work. We could try that here, but I think overall you have much more success if you just make the whole train longer. That makes your life easier. How's this train? Are you generally full when you leave here? You should be full. You're not full at all. How about you? Are you full when you leave here? 76 to deliver. And how many to drop off? I'm looking at the money here. Obviously, we're really down right now, which is perfect because we had a pretty good length for the episode. And at this point, I would just let it run for a little while and let everything bed in. Because a lot of the trains that we just bought are not being efficient yet. They haven't had a chance to pick up anything yet. They're just driving down here, probably empty potentially. And they're not doing anything good for us at this point. It will take a while. So we spent that $500 million pretty much in no time, and I am totally happy with that. Yeah, all of these, 215 out of 36. This one is a little scary. No, actually, it's not scary at all. You're doing exactly what I want you to do. The plastic oil line, 8 minutes. I think a year is 4 minutes. No, is it a year? No, a month. A month is about 4 minutes. So this one just has a really slow frequency for what we want to do here. But the transport is going up, so that's a start. I think what is your nonsense here? I think what I want to do, even though we have a rate of 400, our frequency is double what we need. So I will just add one more train on here if I can afford it. I don't even know if I can right now. 21 million. Barely enough, but that's fine. Now you are running at 541 every 6 minutes, and that may get closer to the amount of oil that we have stashed here, and that is a good thing, trust me. And all the oil is just going down here at this point. What are we getting? Trying to figure out, are we getting oil from somewhere else? I don't think so, but that's okay, because all the oil just goes back to where it came from, and they are just making money left and right, and that's perfect. So, this is something I sometimes do off the screen, off the screen? Why would I say it that way? But yeah, this is just something I do every once in a while. Oh, we cover most of the city, I love it, but we don't cover a lot of the industry, so that's a little shameful, but that's okay. Yeah, this is something I do more off the screen because it's necessary just to keep your network running. But honestly, and I would like to, I'm always looking for the big boy. I don't see the big boy. All trucks, don't care. Trucks are boring. Let's hop on one of these trains because I want to see how the network is. If we have slowdowns anywhere, we probably will have slowdowns somewhere, and that's something that we can fix with better track lane, quad tracks in places, double tracks in place, better signaling. There are a lot of options. I see that train in front of us. It's not going to slow us down yet, but it's going on a hill, and we're not on a hill yet, so we're probably going to stop right here. But this is right after a station, and you usually see a little more congestion there because you have multiple platforms letting trains leave. So as long as this train can make it to Craven Arms relatively unstopped, we're in a pretty good place. But hard to tell from here, so sometimes you just have to take a ride and enjoy it, and turn off the camera, because that's important. We are going to run at double speed here, because if we don't, it's going to take 10 minutes to get us there, and we're already at 38 minutes, so don't want to make you sit through that for too long. But it looks like here, we definitely have a small... oh, you dropped off something. That's something I didn't realize. We definitely have a small potential for blockage, and that is something I would have to correct at some point. But yeah, we don't see trains parked on the left. We don't park a lot in front of us, so we don't have to do the stop and go as much. There's a lot of lumber sitting there now, more than before, so we definitely have to adjust that. Probably add another train to that run. And that is fine. But no, this is good. We can also make these junctions a little smarter as a non-blocking junction. You should be able to go now. How about now? How about now? Yeah, this could be better. I think we could make this triple track at least one way. I think the way out is a little worse. You are probably blocking traffic now, so this signal is terrible, terribly placed. That's something I have to investigate, but not right now. It's just something that I'm trying to figure out right now. Do we need to or do we not need to down the road? Lots of traffic. I love it. I love how many trains we have running through here. I can't see anything. Thank you, train. Any waiting again. Yeah, okay, so we're getting to the phase where this is too much stopping, and I have to fix that. And I'm not going to do that right now, but it is something down the road that we're going to adjust here pretty soon. Probably quad track. Honestly, we have enough trains now where quad track is permissible. What you do have to do when you run with quad track is make sure that all your lines take the appropriate sides, so that you actually split them out a little bit, that a quad track has a reason. and does something useful. Which will probably mean we run some of the goods trains through the passenger stations here, if we have to. That's all right with me. But as you can see, now we're getting into a really congested area. There are 2 trains in front of me that I can see. There are 2 trains coming in on the left that I can see that are parked. So yeah, we got to fix this. There may actually be a blockage in front of us. Is there a full blockage? Tugboats, don't care. I would think waiting for free path is related to what? Yes, you're trying to get in there, but you're trying to get in here, but that signal is placed terribly. We can fix that right now, but I think if I go in here and try to find more problems, I will definitely find more issues. So we had to fix that signal because it was too close and it caused the junction to be blocked here, which causes the next trains to all be blocked, which causes every train to be blocked. As you can see, yeah, there's a lot of backup here now. Just by that little slowdown, there are things to fix here. I love it. This is why the end game is fun, and our FPS are still playing along, so I am happy to continue this and fix it. Also, we just lost half $500 million to new trains. I don't know if lost is the right word, but our value only went down by 170 million. So we're going in the right direction. There's just more to do, and hopefully more fun to be had. So thank you very much for watching. This was just a little bit of tweaking. Next time we will tweak the track, because that's important. We have to make sure that all the trains are running, and that will again increase our money by a lot. So hope to see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.